Like he was like his player, but then he was just like, you disgust me, like that you would try to
Right.
do something illegal, injure a player on purpose.
I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of good lessons within that movie.
Drive-by movies you're watching sequeled. My name's Blaise,
And I'm James.
and this week we're doing it. We're doing the movie, the ultimate nostalgia movie, the movie that everyone wants, Little Giants 2.
Now, with a little professional help, they've got exactly 2 weeks to learn how to pass,
What a hunk. Hi.
catch,
Son, if you're gonna cheat, win.
block,
Get the fear out of your eyes. Let's go. You got it, mate.
and kick butt.
Want intimidation? I'll show you intimidation.
Little Giants.
Well, I didn't know that I needed the Little Giants Part 2 in my life. There's a lot of cool childhood sports movies that I remember from the 90s, and Little Giants, I think, is one that kind of people forgot about, which is a shame because it's great. Rick Moranis, I think everyone loved Rick Moranis. He's like just the most wholesome, wonderful person that I think everyone kind of wished was their dad at one point. Like if you saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or, Little Giants, like just that dude was fantastic. Loved Spaceballs as well, too. But I remember actually seeing it in theaters. I saw it when I used to live in San Jose as a little kid. I remember seeing it on a summer day with my mom and sister. And I mean, even though I don't remember every scene for scene, I just remember it being one of the funniest experiences I ever had. I remember the little kid with glasses just killed me in theaters, and seeing NFL stars in it. Like, bring back, we get a lot of superheroes now, but who are the superheroes in the 90s? Athletes. Michael Jordan, John Madden, like those are the people like that I wanted to be, because we didn't have superhero movies. So yeah, I loved that movie.
Yeah, I have to say it was a blast. Like, I honestly recommend people going to check it out. If you want like that ultimate 90s nostalgia movie, there's so much in Little Giants to be appreciated that I think now we're due for a sequel. Little Giants 2 is what we need. This is about over 20 years later, so I feel like it's perfect timing for Little Giants resurgence.
What's funny is I see it easily being able to work out as like a reboot sequel to where you could just call it Little Giants, but it's like a sequel to where it's like Alice in Wonderland's Disney live action remake, where it's like a sequel technically, but or the new Halloween movie. It's technically a sequel, but it's just the same title as the previous one.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Like, we could just call it Little Giants, but we could call it Little Giants 2. I just want people to know like what they're getting into, so I'm gonna go with Little Giants 2. Let them know it's a sequel. We're banking on getting everyone back in those seats, watching this movie essentially, hopefully in theaters. Times are dark right now,
Right.
but hopefully we'll get them back in theaters. But anyways, essentially, there's 3 Sandlot movies, so it is time for a sequel to Little Giants.
3? Jeez.
Yeah. There was like a third direct-to-video one, but basically my story is going to be the story of Danny O'Shea and Kevin O'Shea, and the O'Shea brothers. They combined forces. They added, the Little Giants to the Pee Wee Cowboys at the end of the last film, and basically just coached that team together. But Kevin, he's never gonna have Kevin's character, that's Ed O'Neill, he's never gonna really have recovered. He's gonna be like kind of depressed, like that they lost the Little Giants and his team is like trained so well. He'll eventually just kind of let Rick Moranis take over the Pee Wee Cowboys. He loses kind of interest in the Pee Wee Cowboys and football as well. So just kind of like Ed O'Neill will be in it, but at the start, he's not really going to be that interested in football. And Rick Moranis is like been taken over by Pee Wee football. He's just like obsessed with it, to the sense of it actually being like negative force in his life. Like, he's lost a relationship with his daughter only as assistant coach, and she's really been hoping, Becky's been hoping that he passes down the team finally to her. She thinks it's her turn to coach the team. She thinks Rick Moranis' character, Danny O'Shea, should have got everything he wanted out of coaching, Pee Wee football. He's kind of think about this like Spaceballs. He's kind of that emperor character right now, I guess, or Star Wars. He's kind of, you live so long to see yourself become the villain. That's definitely gonna be Rick Moranis' character here. So essentially they have, the Pee Wee Cowboys tryouts. They get the new team, and you're going to have the same scenario as the first movie. There's going to be just different. There's going to be a ton of different types of kids, but, there'll be like the funny tropes you see in all those kids movies. You have the fat kid, you have the really nerdy kid, you have like the diamond in the rough. And so I want like, basically, Becky is all in. They're cutting people in the tryouts until Danny O'Shea takes Spike from the original movie. Spike was that like sexist character that didn't want to play football with the girl. Basically, his son is going to be picked up for the new Pee Wee Cowboys, and that's the final straw for Becky. She can't really accept her father going against her word and picking up this player who may have like a sketchy past, and like especially his father has a sketchy past, and there's bad blood there. So she leaves the Pee Wee Cowboys. She wants to do her own thing. She takes all the tryouts that got cut from the Pee Wee Cowboys and creates this new Little Giants. So we're getting a little bit of the old Little Giants here, but she's gonna have to be going up against her father. And little does her father know, Kevin O'Shea, he's gonna be picking up the helmet again. He's going to be whipping out the original Pee Wee Cowboys manual, the secret weapon he created to, run a boot camp really well for these kids.
This ain't just a football. This is your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, your soul in a roll. It's your life.
But I mean, the Pee Wee Cowboys essentially, they were like a scouting ground, like in the Pee Wee League for like NFL teams. So that's why like it really took over Rick Moranis' character. But essentially, Kevin O'Shea is now like going to be coaching and helping Becky coach the Little Giants. But Becky's son, Jesse, essentially is going to realize after a couple of these practices, the boot camps, they're a bit too much, and he really wants to, he aspires to be a cheerleader, and he wants to try and take that path. Well, Kevin, obviously set in his old school ways, doesn't want any of this. He's offended that like a guy going to be like a male cheerleader, until he sees Jesse do like a double backflip, and then he's actually impressed. So I want there to be like some fun, morals in this film, that you could be anyone you want to be. If you want to be a little giant or a Little Giant cheerleader or anything like that, just do what you want, believe in yourself. You got to have some heart, and I think that this movie is going to inspire millions.
Millions. I love it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a fun film. It bums me out that Rick Moranis is kind of the villain this time around. But like, I think it makes a good conflict with it, to where there isn't essentially a bad guy in the original. If anyone, it's just Spike and Spike's dad, but they're not really bad people. And it's the same thing with Rick Moranis. Like, he's just got a lesson to learn at the end of this movie and stuff. And yeah, I dig it overall. Like, it sounds like a fun movie. And, I mean, gosh, I need sports so bad in my life currently that like I'll take sports movies right now. And this is definitely one that I didn't know I wanted, but like you made me want to watch Little Giants, and I'd be down to watch this movie too.
Yeah, definitely. I think the movie's worth watching. I think it's a lot of fun. The only thing I just didn't really get about the first one is like how the NFL players ended up like at the same place that the kids were.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, funny story with that. I remember John Madden's in the movie, but he's scared to fly. I don't know what happened exactly, but I remember as a kid hearing that like he was like on a lot of turbulence or something, and has been paranoid. So he took buses to every Monday Night Football game that he broadcasted on.
Maybe that makes more sense. I still don't know why he was driving with like a bunch of players though.
That I have I can't help you there. That's bizarre. Yeah.
Like it's a part of it didn't make sense to me. Maybe they explain it more about. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, yeah, that was a convenient. But I definitely want like there to be NFL players in this version, because the Pee Wee Cowboys, like as hilarious, I want it to be a joke. Like they have state of the art facilities, and like the NFL uses them as a training grounds for young Pee Wee athletes. Like I just find that to be hilarious. Like 20 years later, they're going to be a pro, but like they're training like like little kids to become NFL pros. So I think we could still have NFL pros like go to the camp, go to the scouting sessions, and I want that thing because I love that there were the pros in that original movie. It made it like a lot of fun. You're like, oh, that's cool. Those are the players that I remember, and John Madden.
Right. Yeah. No, I love that. Yeah. Sportscasters now in the NFL. I mean, there's a lot of popular ones. I guess Tony Romo would be a good one because he was a Cowboy at one point, and he's like a more popular broadcaster currently. Odell Beckham Jr. of the Giants. I'd love to see in a movie. That guy's a character.
Oh, if he's a Giant, dude, he's got to be in this movie. Why would he not?
Yeah, fuck Eli Manning. Yeah. I probably offended a few Giants fans on here, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to assume that they watch this video. They want to see Eli Manning in Little Giants.
Yeah.
He might be. We don't know. We haven't really figured it out yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's basically it. I hope this was everything you wanted from a sequel to Little Giants. It is a bit of the same, but I still want it to have fun. And you got that Empire Strikes Back story of Rick Moranis' character becoming the evil character. Because even like Danny O'Shea or Kevin O'Shea, sorry, I keep confusing the O'Shea brothers, but Kevin O'Shea wasn't even like evil in the first one. He was bad until Spike like literally tried to injure the quarterback, and then even like Kevin was disgusted at like at him doing that. Like he was like his player, but then he was just like, you disgust me, like that you would try to do something illegal, injure a player on purpose.
I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of good lessons within that movie. I'm definitely going to rewatch it this weekend. I feel like.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's worth the watch. So I hope you guys enjoy Little Giants 2. Let us know in the comments below if there are any, adjustments you'd make, what you'd love to see in a Little Giants sequel. We'd love to hear it from you guys. And the best way to support this show is to click in the description box below. There's an Amazon affiliate link. Go ahead and watch The Little Giants.
After doing that, be sure to smash that like button and give us a subscription. And if you haven't, hit that notification bell to get all our latest updates.
That's it for this week. Tune in next week for a brand new sequel.